Happy Tuesday. I missed all of you last Tuesday. I would have much rather been spending time with you all. So we'll go ahead. I know we have a couple resident announcements, so we'll start there, and then we'll roll into some updates. Chris?
Well, it's that time of year again, and I'm talking about elections. Not national, not state, not local, but very local. The Regency Oaks Resident Organization Board has 3 vacancies coming up for 2024. Lou Weislogle, myself, and Judy Studebaker. Our terms are up. Now, Lou and I are timed out. We can't continue, but Judy still has another term that she can run for if she so wishes. But ballots will be, not ballots, the applications to be nominated will be available October 1st at the front desk if you wish to run for the board. Or if you have someone you think should run for the board, pick one up and give it to them. And all the nominations have to be in by November 1st, and if you give them to myself and S304, or Bobby Belcher and S201. And then, just as a reminder, at the quarterly meeting on November 15th, the nominees will give a little speech, a bio about themselves and why they want to be on the board. And then, after the quarterly meeting, we'll have a ballot election. The ballots can be cast if we have more than 3 candidates. So if we don't have more than 3 candidates, they'll all be elected by acclamation. But I encourage everyone to fill out and think about putting in a nomination for the board, because there'll be 3 vacancies. So we'll be hearing more about that, but October 1st, it'll be available to pick up at the front desk, both north and south. And with that, I think we have Andrea with a couple of announcements.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
First of all, I want to say that the book swap will be this coming weekend, or not weekend. The book swap will be on Thursday, okay? In the main lobby in the South Building. So check it out. But mainly I wanted to talk to you about funds here. Most of you, when you were new, came in and you noticed that you were told about the different funds we have. But some people still have been confused, so I'm going to talk about it. We have 2 main ways that we can acknowledge our associates. One is the scholarship fund, and one is the gift fund. The scholarship fund is to provide for the future education of our associates. Many of them are in school part-time, and it works well for them. Actually, some of their children can go, too. And so contributions to that are made. There's a box in each mailroom, and it's a 501(c), so those are tax deductible. However, there's another fund, and that is the one that, the employee gift fund, the one I'm nagging everybody about all the time. It is not tax deductible because it's totally anonymous. We collect money, we take whatever we can collect and divide it by the number of employees. The scholarship fund did, 18 this year?
19.
19. We did 207. So we've got a lot of money to raise because we want to give a substantial gift to each of our employees. Okay, so think about it. We're going into the push at the end. October and the first week or so of November are really critical to how much we can be able to give our kids. So, and our grown-ups too, okay.
Thank you for that.
Lindsay, I just have a question on the board of directors. I'm back in my old days. Where do you find the job description or expectations?
It will be on the application form that you fill out to have your name on the
Okay.
ballot.
Okay, it's not in one of our files someplace.
No,
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
on the ballot application nomination, all the information is on that page.
Okay.
Eleanor, you have an announcement.
Yes, on November 1st,
Face the camera.
on November 1st, we will be having a jewelry sale. Because we care, we'll be having this jewelry sale. And a week from tomorrow, on Wednesday, from 10 to 12, we will be collecting jewelry in each lobby. So check your jewelry boxes and see what you can donate for our sale. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Eleanor. Any other resident announcements?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Hey guys, go to that jewelry sale too, because anniversaries and birthdays are coming up.
And Christmas.
Wednesday.
I wanted to talk with you about elections for just a second. We had some questions from the floor. People wanted to know what needed to be done and how they were supposed to do it as it relates to getting ready to vote in our upcoming state, local, and federal elections. Well, we've been busy on that. And with the assistance, able assistance, of Samantha Sira, we have put together a program for you that we're real proud of and close to. And I want Sam to tell you a little bit about the journey she's been down and what she's learned for us. Would you?
stand in front of the camera.
All right. Well, hello, good morning, everybody. I've been in touch with Pinellas County election office with a representative named Sasha Perez, and yeah, I've been talking to her about what we're looking for here. We want to educate the residents about the upcoming elections and what they need to know and what is the process and what are the updates. So yeah, right now they are working on the November 7th elections, but the only city in the Pinellas County that is going to participate is Tarpon Springs. So Clearwater will not be participating in those elections, so we don't need to worry about that at the moment. And we're looking at some dates. We want to do it soon. We're looking at beginning of October, or we can wait until after those elections are over, so that would be around mid-November, because it's starting on October 10th. They're gonna be going on election mode, which means they're gonna be all busy and they're not gonna be doing any other programs, only election related. So I've been speaking also with Ms. Robin, thank you, and yeah, we're working on, bringing them, having a program to educate all of you, and yeah, we just wanna let you know that we're on it, and any questions you have, please let me know after Tuesday talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate your help with that. And Ms. Robin. Any other announcements before we roll into just a couple updates? Okay.
Just one quick comment here. One of the things, this is in direct response to y'all want to know, so it's coming. One of the things I know that's here is a lot of new faces. People have moved from other precincts, maybe other states, maybe just across the street. But you're not in the same precinct anymore, and you're not voting in the same place you vote, unless you've done something about it. They're gonna have people here when they come, equipped to sit there with you and help you figure it out. You just have to bring the appropriate information to support whatever it is you're saying. Like I was registered in Delaware, and here was my registration, and here's my new address, and whatever they need, that kind of stuff. We're right upstairs from it. It's easy to go back and get them if we have to. But we'd like to help you be as ready as you can. Actually, actually for the elections in a couple of years, but in between there, so much happens. So many things are decided on a local basis. They don't want to be a part of it. So anyway, I'll hush now, but thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Robin. We appreciate your hard work and passion towards that. Any other announcements? Okay, so we'll go into some updates. So just some updates from HR. We wanted to congratulate our Yarilis, Caba de Garcia. She is one of our CNAs, and she actually was our Employee of the Month. So we're really proud of her. She was very happy to be that recipient, and we'll have another one next month as well, of course. And again, we derive these from the COP cards or the Extraordinary Impressions program. IHS, just always a reminder, they've got your puzzles out, so just complete that, drop it off at their office, and they're giving away free hours. So all you have to do is have fun, do a puzzle, and get some free IHS help. A little bit of updates from Evan with Environmental Services. Clearwater Carpet performed the carpet cleaning in the south dining room and the waiting area. It was quite an extensive task, so they were unable to perform the north dining room and PDR, but they are going to be scheduled to do that. So more will come on that date, but that is the next on the list. Evan did want to kind of put another little disclaimer out there. This is one of our trash chutes. We're still working on this every day. We're working on it with our maintenance and our environmental team. We're cleaning it up, we're mopping it, we're power washing, but we really are still just asking for help. Please make sure you've bagged everything when you're throwing it down there. This is obviously a bunch of loose items, and that makes it just much tougher for our team to keep the smell and the cleanliness. And
one chute that you're having this problem with? Or
not necessarily. Yeah, it just depends on the day and the shoot. But it's a problem.
Everybody has their day.
Yes, ma'am. Everybody's got their day. I can ask him the tracking or the trending if there's a particular one that's a bigger problem than the other. But the common issue is, let's please try to bag our items. Other than that, we just wanted to make sure to let you know what we're doing about it. So this is actually the North Refuse Room. We power washed it. Make sure it was nice, smelled nice. We all walk through there if we park back there. And I want to always make sure that those look absolutely as much as they can for a trash chute, right? But we want them to smell nice as well. So we are asking for you to please put your trash out 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. as maintenance comes first thing in the morning to take those away. A little bit of deep cleaning from Environmental Services. We are gearing up for the holidays, so Evan is doing a promotion. The first 10 residents will see 30% off of any deep cleaning for the holidays. So call extension 508. Ginger, we know, has been tied up with transportation. We actually hired a transportation director and we'll be getting them onboarded and trained. However, she will, of course, still be tied up with that until that entire process has been seen through. So just a reminder of the updates for Wednesday, September 27th. We are doing the vendor shopping event from 10 to 2 in the Grand Lobby South. Thursday, September 28th, Morton Plant Informational Talk from the hospital is 9 a.m. in the Grand Lobby. And then Friday, the 29th, is My Life Experience at 2 p.m. in the Grand Lobby South. Again, always a reminder, check your trip tables. COVID updates, we have 0 cases, 0 active cases in IL. In healthcare any given day, we usually do because they discharge from the hospital, and sometimes we are their post-discharge plan for COVID recuperation. So healthcare usually does. We have processes in place and isolation processes for that, but in IL, 0 COVID cases, so we're doing okay there. A little bit of updates from resident services. Long story short, we have sent out the resident health history form. So we're just asking to get that updated. If we've got all your information, thank you. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. We'd like to have it on file just so this helps us to have that, and of course, in the event of an emergency or hurricane planning. But this is the actual resident health history form that Carol and Kelly have gotten out, and we just wanted to put out that reminder. An updated emergency consent form was placed in your mailbox over the weekend, so please be sure to complete that. Basically, that says who we can give information to in the event that there is an emergency. We usually try to have one designated person instead of calling 10 family members. So that allows us to know who your emergency consent is and exactly what information we would give them.
Question. People are asking me, your title here, what does that mean?
I didn't put a name on it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it says, yes, I give consent to, in big letters, your title here to discuss specifics. I think
Let's see, Kelly, about that. I haven't, yeah, I'd have to read it.
title
It
there,
should be her title there.
that people are asking.
Oh dear, okay. So then I guess it should be resident services, okay.
Regency Oaks.
Regency Oaks, yeah.
Or either, you know,
Yeah.
more general.
Okay.
Is it a legal document then?
No, not now.
Well, it's not a legal document per se, it's an informational document for us to have.
But most people are not gonna sign it with no name there.
Okay, you don't have to.
I know.
Sure. Whatever you
But I
want.
heard a lot of complaints about it.
Okay, I'll make sure that Kelly is clear as when she puts that out. But it is an informational form, it's not a legal document of any sort. It's for us, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. You don't want to turn it in, you don't have to. So it's just again for us to know who to communicate with for the emergency consent and any of your health information to have on hand in the event of an emergency. As far,
I just have a question on emergencies. Are the security guards?
let's go, Miss Mary, why don't we finish Tuesday talk and then we can go into questions?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, we'll follow our normal format, we'll get through all of the updates and then just save your questions for the end and we can address them. That work for you?
That's perfect.
Okay. All right. So as far as COVID vaccines, Kelly did say they have been ordered. They are no longer free. The insurance information will be asked. From our understanding, the pharmacist has ordered them, and we do have a tentative date set for both the flu and COVID clinics. So be on the lookout for that information. Kelly will be getting that out. And other vaccines are available upon request for RSV, pneumonia, and shingles. If there are other vaccines or other clinics you're interested in, please do speak with Kelly and Carol in Resident Services, and we can work on that for you. Just a reminder, the pharmacist is here every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to noon in the Wellness Clinic. Just a little bit of updates from plant operations. The AC units, as you've seen in the corridors with the blue tape, are still being addressed. There was many of them, hundreds of them, so we are still completing that project. The piping issue in the third floor boiler room was repaired. The compressor was replaced on the pool for the AC unit. AC filters, according to Darwin and team, should be completed by the end of this week. That's been an ongoing process. And we are working on setting a date. We apparently do it twice a year for renting the equipment and addressing any wasp nests on these upper levels and throughout the community. So we will be doing that again, probably at the end of October, November. We're still working on the date to have the equipment rental. We contracted out and they address all of the wasp nests. So we've got some more information coming on that as soon as we get that date. We are still recruiting for an HVAC technician. We currently are still contracting that out. So it doesn't mean your HVACs will not get addressed, it's just being contracted out. But we are still looking to hire one internally, so we have an additional person on site. A little bit of updates from F&B, gourmet dinners every other Wednesday through November 15th. And we did set a date for the Regency Oaks anniversary dinner that is going to be scheduled for October 25th. They are going to open reservations on the 1st, and we will do one seating in our beautiful new town hall. So it will be a new event for me. I'm looking forward to it. I heard it's a very formal affair, so I'm definitely excited about that.
Dinner's usually in the dining room and the party's at town room.
We're gonna have it all in the town hall.
We cannot hear what is being said.
You cannot hear me?
No, my question.
Oh, well, that's why we're saving questions till the end. Then we'll pass around the mics and we can go into that, I promise. So food and beverage updates, just a reminder to look out for the pop-up and the pizza evening outside in the breezeway. They don't have the date set yet. It is weather permitting. We know we get that lovely daily rain, so kind of hard to plan around those, but be looking for those because they're looking to get those back in order now that it's cooling off just a tad, right? The food and wine pairing, and the next one is the lobster gazpacho, the foie gras with big cherries, Atlanta wreckfish with smoked bacon, red wine reduction, and glazed donuts with Nutella. No? I'll be there. All right, so there's been a lot going around. Betsy has been inundated with lots of questions about the portal updates with the making reservations. So I'm going to kind of go through a PowerPoint, and then Betsy can kind of go into any questions for that purpose. But your same usernames and your passwords will work. And then if you want, Betsy, just kind of walk them through.
Okay, so the majority of my questions I think have been resolved here. I'm going to continue to do some classes and help everybody try to adjust to the new portal. But it's later in the slide that Maddie and I will be working together to hold a class to invite you to bring your own devices to better help everybody get logged into the new portal system. So when you log onto the new portal, a link will come up for you to be redirected to the brand new site. The main difference with the new site is it's a lot more user-friendly for everybody that's using it on an iPhone or an iPad or their Android. It used to be you get those pop-ups on your screen and you had to make your screen really small to find it, and then you have to make it really big so you could read it. It was just kind of not user-friendly. So now the new website that we're using is a lot more user-friendly. So it's all the same information, it's just a little bit of a different layout. So when you log on, this is the home screen, so you're gonna see that you're on the accounts page. So it's always gonna default to your account, and then it will have the option in the bottom right-hand corner there where it says reservations. So you will click on that reservations tab, and it's gonna take you into the next screen. And you'll see up at the top, it's gonna list what your current reservations are. So you made dinner with your friends, you forgot what night or what time it was. You're gonna see any of the reservations that you've previously made listed there. But most everybody's logging on to make a new reservation. So you'll see on the right-hand side, there's another tab that says new reservation. So what will happen is all the venues are listed there. You can slide down that screen to choose al fresco, brunch, gourmet, north dining room, south dining room. The pub now offers either a table or the pub table, or the booth or a pub table. So you're gonna make your selection as to where it is that you want to eat or what venue you want. And then it's going to then have a list. Oh, next slide. There we go. So now once you've chosen that venue, you'll see it pops up for the reservation date. Now, what everybody's experiencing right now, a lot of people are trying to make a reservation for the pub, and then they get stuck. It is because there's no more reservations available for the pub the rest of this month. So September's got no more pub reservations available. This will work for the north dining room, the south dining room. Those venues still have reservations, every night for the rest of this month. But some of the specialized dining have already sold out. There's just not any more availability. So once you've selected your date, the next box comes up that says, what is your party size? Are you having, 2 people, 4 people, 6 people? Then the next screen is going to be the drop down where you'll see the times that are available. You can choose if you want to eat at 4:45 or 6 o'clock. And then there's a confirmation button. So don't forget to confirm your reservation when you've done all of that. And then if you go back into your My Reservation screen, you should see that new reservation listed there. So everything is the same as what it always has been. It's just a little bit of a different layout. So now I've put these cheat sheets out on the trip tables where if anybody wants to grab the paper that walks you through step by step, they're available in North and South. But now the next question I've had is everybody said, well, now how do I get to this website on my device, on my computer, my tablet? So that's what I'm working on next. And like I said, Daniela and I will be working on having a class that everybody comes to me and they say, Betsy, I'm so sorry to bother you, but can you help me with this? And I feel bad that you guys, are having to feel bad about asking for help. We want to make it readily available to you in a group format where everybody can have their questions and answers at the same time. So as soon as we have a date and time set for that, we'll continue that until everybody feels pretty comfortable and confident in logging into the reservation system.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Betsy. I appreciate it. We do appreciate her time and being readily available. We never do want you to feel bad for asking questions, and we want to make sure we lead you through any of these fun technological changes. Okay, just a reminder, please keep your pendants. Don't forget it, keep it with you. If you're unsure it's not working, you can check it at the front desk. Betsy put in a little bit of information. Last Thursday, I believe, on the 21st, the North had 44 people call. So we do have a daily MOD. We do have processes in place for that. But please make sure that you are using those pendants and just checking on your neighbors as well. If you have an extra, please do turn it into the front desk. I am working on CapEx planning, and part of that is trying to update that system because it is becoming obsolete, including the pendants. So if you have extra pendants, please do turn them in. They're very useful at this moment. Okay, so lots of follow-up from myself. So Erin Clem, our Sales and Marketing Director, will start October 2nd. Yay, I know. And Popovic was promoted, as I had mentioned, to the Sales and Marketing Coordinator. She started yesterday, so she's in there working with Daniela and team. And she's hit the ground running, doing a great job. We've got an event coming this week that they're working on now. Betsy has worked tirelessly over this year to get our handbook that was many, many years outdated, and has completed it and is just in the editing phases of that. And she'll be, of course, presenting that to the committee she's been working with for review. CapEx was submitted on Friday. I worked closely with the President Chris, and we submitted some CapEx. A lot of it was items the building absolutely needs. Some of it was items we'd like to have, and so nothing is set in stone yet. It was just submitted on Friday. And once we, of course, send that up to the corporate, Life Care Services, and then they send that up to Health Peak, our ownerships. Health Peak looks at it as a portfolio and lets us know what is approved for funding for Regency Oaks. It usually does go by priority. Typically the antiquated phone system, the antiquated pendant system, elevators, etc. So more to come on that, but just kind of giving you an update of where we're at in that planning process. As you probably know, we did host the budget meetings last week. They went well. We completed those. Our presentation was 2 to 4, and we had a little bit of follow-up and suggested changes and a little bit of deeper dives. So we completed all of that yesterday. Sherry submitted that up to corporate office. Nothing, again, has been finalized. That is also a very systematic process at this point. We've submitted it. All of the communities will send that in, and then it goes into a roll-up to Health Peak as a portfolio. So we've submitted our version of the budget. They'll take a look at it, home office, corporate ownership, and as soon as we get the completed and finalized, we'll get that information out. But we have been working with our committee and our resident designee according to the new guidelines of OIR, and following our processes accordingly to make sure we're in compliance with all of this. Just a reminder, it was asked yesterday of me, and I just wanted to remind everyone, we currently still do not have a liquor license, and that would probably take place around the beginning of the year. It's a major corporate structural discussion and system. It's very, very in-depth. You wouldn't think so, just being a liquor license, but it is. Nonetheless, that is the realistic time frame. We were slated for August, and that's not happening now. It will be closer to the beginning of the year. I'm sure you're heartbroken to continue getting free booze. So just we have more visitors tomorrow. Regency Oaks is actually a piloting program community for PCC, which is Point Click Care. It is a software system that holds all of our residents' information in assisted living, skilled nursing. It's got the electronic health record, it's got billing information, all of that good stuff. And we are trying to be more aligned and comprehensive as a portfolio. So we will be rolling it out to where it covers all of the continuums. So that training will be about 8 or 9 people from Point Click Care software, and then about 8 or 9 from Life Care Services that is managing that rollout. They will be here tomorrow in the Regency room from about 9 to 3. So a lot of the team is required to be in attendance for that rollout process. Okay, a little bit more follow-up. So Blue Team's back. So Rudy is back as of yesterday. We are beginning the north lobby. It's about that time. So we will be back a little bit in construction. We're going to have 2 large cans, the Connex cans, brought back. We're hoping to store them in the back, out of the way, and not take parking spaces. We just have to see what fits. They will be bringing a dumpster on site. We are going to begin the carpet for the corridors in the north building, starting on the 5th floor and working down, and then into the lobbies and the entranceway. They will as well be beginning wallpaper and paint about the 2nd to 3rd week in October. So lots of moving parts to that, the same way we did all of the corridors before, lots of communication to you, lots of scheduling, lots of logistics, but we are going to have a brand new north lobby at the end of the year. Of course, we had to kind of follow through with that after the fire in the area. So that is something we're very much looking forward to, but North Building will most certainly be a construction zone coming soon for a few weeks. Furniture is set to be delivered probably about 10 weeks out, so haven't gotten any additional updates for that, but we're making progress, so just wanted to communicate that. We did order the board. It's basically an aesthetic board to kind of show you what the pieces are, what the design is, what the vision is, and I have a picture I can show you of that. Doesn't have a whole lot on the screen, but we'll have the board get here any day now, and we'll have that out. I know Betsy had already mentioned, but her and Maddie are working on setting up that meeting to help you with the portal once a week, so she'll get that information out to you. So this is just a picture of the board and some of the pieces and items. That's some of the carpet back there. That's the flooring. That's some of the furniture, some of the textures, some of the tables, the accents, the lighting. So they really did a great job. THW is our design firm, and of course working with the resident design committee, Miss Bobby and her entire team. So once it's all together, we think it's going to be very lovely. So we're pretty excited about it. Okay. Just a reminder, we do have these resident meetings. They are open attendance for all of our new residents, for all of our previous residents. On Thursdays at 10:30, dining room holds menu chats, so that's for all residents to attend and to discuss feedback and requests for menu and dining, aspects in dining. And maintenance is available every Friday at 10 a.m. for work orders, questions, and any maintenance concerns. So we always want to remind you that you have ample opportunity to be discussing any of these items with your directors and our directors, and they set specific time on their schedules in order to be available for you. We're always available for you. These are just kind of give you a set cadence.
When you say the dining room, do you mean the north dining room?
No.
You said on Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. the dining room holds menu chat.
Our dining team,
Yeah,
our food and beverage team holds menu chat.
yeah, but is it in the north dining room or where
So I've seen them usually in the south lobby.
South lobby.
Yep, in the south lobby.
Okay.
Yep, that's our food and beverage team, and they hold the menu chat there in the south lobby, usually around 10:30.
Fine, thank you. And the maintenance
Is every Friday at 10 a.m.
and where is that held? South lobby again?
Fridays.
South lobby again?
That one is typically in Grand Lobby South.
Okay.
And what I can do, if these times and locations are confusing, I can make sure the directors put some information out.
Thank you.
But Thursdays, 10:30 is food and beverage menu chat in the north lobby. And maintenance is, I'm sorry, got it. And maintenance, every Friday at 10 a.m. and that one is in Grand Lobby South.
So it's the menu check. Grand Lobby South.
Got it. Look at your calendars. It's all there. Okay. And again, work orders. Kind of back to that. This was our, maybe that's why you haven't been attending because you don't know where it is, but this is the maintenance meeting for the last 3 weeks, every Friday. This is Chris and this is the maintenance meeting. So work orders, concerns, this is your moment, this is your opportunity. And it might be a little underutilized, I think. But please, again, if we need to, we can get out more reminders of exactly where these meetings are held. And this is with Darwin and Chris usually, at minimum Chris. And this is an opportunity to meet with them and discuss any of those concerns you have. And then, of course, menu chat for any suggestions you have for food and beverage and food. Just my weekly reminder, extraordinary impressions. Please remember to use these. They're at the front desks and the dining rooms. Other than that, that was just a few updates I had for you. I can take your questions now. We'll have a microphone so everyone can hear.
All right, on the emergency forms, I was very impressed when I was taken to the hospital the other day. Barbara met the EMTs with my form, that she'd made a copy of it, and they put it in their file and handed it over to the hospital when I got there. And they really are used and appreciated.
Yes, thank you for that.
On the trip table, there is a sign-up sheet for those people that want COVID and flu shots, but there's been no notice. How do people know it's even there?
That's a good point, so I'll make sure that the team communicates that, but we are setting up those appointments.
There's no place for appointment, it's are you interested?
Okay, I will give that feedback to Kelly.
My question is related to emergency care treatment also. Are the security guards trained in the use of the automatic defibrillators?
Yes.
Okay, so if you do have a thing, they would come with the defibrillator?
Not always, but they are trained on that. Everybody, they were recently all trained on CPR and the defibrillator.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, it might be helpful to move that maintenance meeting. Maybe that's just a bad day with programs and other things. If it's possible, why couldn't both dining and maintenance be Thursday, back to back? Because you get a lot of people to the dining menu chat. And if people could come half hour earlier or stay a half hour later for maintenance, if that would work for their schedule. It's just a possibility.
I can give them that feedback and I'll let them make that decision.
There's one problem.
Yeah, there's.
I have 2 questions to ask. Actually, how often must you get the shingles and the other vaccines? How often is it necessary to get that? That's one question. And the other, at a risk of repeating what Robin said before, it is now necessary, if you're used to voting by mail, You now have to ask for it every year. It's not automatic.
So to answer your question, I would recommend that you speak to your physician. I'm by no means qualified to tell you how often you should get certain vaccines. I can tell you that we do multiple vaccine offers throughout the year for COVID and flu. And we are, like I mentioned in the presentation, setting up that, and we'll have that date out shortly for COVID and flu vaccines here on site.
I just want to add a little to what was on the slides about the presentation on Thursday at 9 o'clock. Morton Plant is coming, and it's about strokes. I had a little incident a couple of months ago of a lady that, if I had known more, should have called 911, but instead did not. So I contacted my daughter, who is the coordinator of OTPT at Morton Plant. She in turn contacted the people, and they are coming to talk to us on Thursday at 9 o'clock at Grand Lobby South about what to look for in strokes. And she's handing out some stuff, so I think it's going to be a pretty good presentation. Anyway, just FYI, because it's in the calendar.
Yes, and we do appreciate that feedback and collaboration. Absolutely. Any other questions?
Yes.
Hi, Roger. Good morning.
This is as much a business suggestion or recommendation as it might be something else. And I've heard people talk about this from time to time, whether it's in the dining hall or out someplace else. I would recommend that the service offer a American or English-speaking class for the benefit of the people that work here, whether it be in maintenance or in the dining room, wherever it may be, because this is not only a personal, help, but also business, because it could become a tool for personnel to use in attracting people to come here. Once a week for an hour, we'll offer you an English-speaking class that may also include a little bit of American history. And I think that'd be an interesting, valuable service to apply to these people who need to learn how to speak, English. Because I've had people, tell me, I can't understand them sometimes. They speak in their native language and it doesn't click. So we can take that away by offering them a personnel benefit, 1 hour a week, learn how to speak English, and maybe even throw in a little bit of American history. Hire an English teacher, a language teacher to come in here for an hour a week and do the job. I think it would be a terrific benefit for the people that speak Spanish here.
That is great feedback, and we can most certainly look into that. I do know we offer our scholarship program, and they can take those classes at local colleges as well. But we can most certainly look into that. Thank you, Roger. Any other questions? All right, well, y'all have a beautiful Tuesday. Let me know if they can do anything for you.